Kayla Schick's German influencer who didn't even see Till Lindemann, and yet she gets almost 6 million views on her YouTube video where she calls herself one of Till's girls. Media like this, just all too happy to abet it. Continuing, it says Rammstein's offensiveness extends beyond its aggressive misogyny to something that, surprisingly, given Germans' sensitivity to such matters, has garnered even less scrutiny. The band's toxic masculinity is part, and so they just declare that it's a toxically masculine band. Like no sense of like any kind of artistic nuance or no attention to all of the ways in which the band actually promotes very leftist, progressive, you could say anti-nationalist themes. None of that. The band's toxic masculinity is part of a right-wing chauvinism that finds ample political expression today in Germany in far-right populism, and it is currently on the rise. So now they're going to take their own misunderstanding of Rammstein's music and their art, and then they're going to now connect it to this supposed problem of rampant right-wing fascism in Germany. Which I've had people in Germany tell me that that's BS too. So it says the group's 2019 music video Deutschland, for example, entails a 9-minute bombastic maelstrom of sinister, blood-spattered, extraordinarily creepy, creepy. Let me just say, the media today and a lot of these ridiculous activists and a lot of this awful journalism, they love the word creepy because creepy doesn't actually mean anything tangible. But you use that word and it has all of these negative associations. Oh, it's creepy. God forbid someone make a creepy work of art. Let's cancel everyone who's ever made a creepy work of art. Let's cancel all horror films. Let's cancel all crime films. Let's just cancel everything with men in it because don't you know men are really creepy. Creepy, blood-spattered, extraordinarily creepy snippets from German history. Oh, God forbid they would show snippets of German history. From murderous encounters between Roman legionnaires. Oh, no, Roman legionnaires. And Germanic pagans through the Holocaust to Soviet communism. The entire horror show plays out over Rammstein's musical fare. Lindemann's rumbling, deep as a mass, grave vocals, hypnotic synthesizers, an intermittent burst of distorted, downturned guitar riffs. Oh my God, downturned guitar riffs! Ah! Everybody knows that there is a certain style of playing guitar that is very fascist, and that's Rammstein, apparently. Moving on, they say Rammstein's shtick is definitely tasteless and sophomoric. Oh, thanks. Thanks for making that determination for all of us. You know what I really need in my life? I need more Foreign Policy magazine telling me what art is sophisticated and what art is tasteless and sophomoric. I'm sure they would tell me not to watch The Idol either, right? And so then they say, moreover, despite all of the signposts, most of the German culture industry hasn't objected to Rammstein. Oh, it's terrible. Yes, no one has seen this problem up till now. Thank God we had Shelby and Kayla Schicks come on the scene to wake us up about how awful Rammstein is. It says most of Germany seems to buy Rammstein as a legitimate artistic undertaking, as it would be in the United States. But Germany isn't the United States because of its Nazi past. And so then they end this article by talking about how basically Rammstein needs to be held to different standards than other artists would, particularly the American artists, for instance, because of Germany's Nazi past. And I just want to say, I think that it is not only problematic, but I think that it's really disgusting the way that German historical guilt over the Holocaust, which no one alive in Germany now, except for a handful of extremely, extremely old and decrepit people, no one is responsible for. I think it is disgusting that past and that historical guilt is being used by the media and by politicians in Germany as a kind of a cudgel to beat the population into submission. I'm all for learning about history, but we have to understand that Every nation and every people have done ugly, hideous things in their history. And yes, I'll agree with you. Hitler and the Nazis, they were worse than most of them. Yet, what I'm trying to say is that this is not the current generation's fault. And if I were the German people, I would be really, really tired of this blatant manipulation. I'd be very tired of it. This is just one example. I'm going to be going over others, I think, in the next couple of weeks. And I want to talk about that Der Spiegel article. And I also want to talk about some articles that have been written on other topics and other cases that I've been covering on my channel, because we see this everywhere. This is not an outlier. This kind of ridiculous, obviously irresponsible coverage and journalism, it's not an outlier. And we're seeing it all over the place. And it's just getting worse. It's just getting worse. So check out my channel. I've got a lot more on the Rammstein situation. I've got a lot more on the modern media and other controversial topics. All of my links are below. Appreciate your support as always.